Hello everyone! Welcome back to SP English Talk. Today, we will talk about a topic that surprises many learners. English is actually easy, but somehow we make it difficult for ourselves. Many learners spend years studying grammar and vocabulary, yet they feel stuck when speaking or writing.
Yes, Alex, the main problem is not the language itself. It's our mindset and approach that make it seem hard. Once we understand the traps we create, English becomes simple and enjoyable.
So let's explore the reasons one by one why we overcomplicate English.
Exactly. By the end, learners will realize that English is easier than they think.
Emma, what is the first reason we make English harder than it is?
The first reason is overthinking every sentence. Many learners pause for a long time before speaking. They think about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and correctness simultaneously.
So instead of expressing their thoughts, they get stuck.
Exactly. This overthinking creates stress and slows down fluency. English is meant for communication, not perfection.
So focusing too much on correctness makes it unnecessarily difficult.
Yes. Simple sentences spoken confidently are often better than complex ones that are delayed or never said. Learners should aim to express ideas first and correct themselves later.
That sounds practical.
It is. By speaking without overthinking, the brain naturally learns patterns, vocabulary, and sentence flow.
So thinking less and speaking more is key.
Exactly. Overthinking is a mental trap we can avoid with practice.
So simplicity is the secret. Now a question for you.
Do you overthink every sentence before speaking English? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom, "Don't make a mountain out of a molehill."
It means not to make a small problem bigger than it really is. Example sentence: overthinking makes English seem hard, but don't make a mountain out of a molehill.
Emma, what is the second reason we make English harder than it is?
The second reason is focusing too much on grammar rules. Many learners believe that they must always speak perfectly. They spend time thinking about tenses, prepositions, and sentence structure before saying anything.
So this slows down speaking and creates hesitation.
Exactly. English grammar is important, but it should not stop communication. Sometimes learners stay silent because they fear making a grammatical mistake.
That makes sense. Grammar is important, but fluency matters more when speaking.
Yes. English is a tool for expressing ideas, not a test. If you speak regularly, your brain naturally learns the correct grammar over time.
So over-focusing on rules makes a simple language feel complicated.
Correct. Instead of worrying about every rule, learners should focus on using English in real-life situations. Small mistakes are okay. The goal is communication first, perfection later.
That's practical advice.
Yes. By speaking without obsessing over grammar, English becomes simple and enjoyable.
Now a question for you.
Do you stop speaking because you worry about grammar mistakes? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom, "Rome wasn't built in a day."
It means improvement takes time. Example sentence: learning English perfectly takes time. So remember, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Emma, what is the third reason we make English harder than it is?
The third reason is trying to memorize too many words at once. Many learners focus on learning long lists of vocabulary from books or apps. They think memorizing thousands of words will make them fluent.
But that approach often creates stress and confusion.
Exactly. When we try to memorize too many words without using them, they are quickly forgotten. Learners then feel frustrated and believe English is difficult.
So it's not about knowing many words, but using the right words at the right time.
Yes, using a small number of words daily in speaking or writing is more effective. This creates active vocabulary instead of passive knowledge.
That way, English feels natural and easier.
Correct. Regular usage strengthens memory and builds confidence. The key is to learn words in context and apply them immediately.
That reduces stress and makes learning enjoyable.
Absolutely. English becomes simple when learners focus on practical usage, not on memorization.
Now a question for you.
Do you try to memorize too many English words without using them? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom less is more.
It means using fewer things wisely is better than overdoing them. Example sentence: learning fewer words and using them daily proves that less is more.
Emma, what is the fourth reason we make English harder than it is?
The fourth reason is translating everything from our native language. Many learners try to think in their language first and then convert sentences into English. They believe this will make them speak correctly.
But that slows down speaking and causes hesitation.
Exactly. When we translate, the sentences often sound unnatural. It also increases stress because our brain is trying to do two things at once.
So overthinking translations makes simple English feel complicated.
Yes. To speak fluently, learners should try thinking directly in English. Start with small things like naming objects, describing daily activities, or thinking about plans in English.
That sounds like practical advice.
It is. The more you practice thinking in English, the easier speaking becomes. Translation creates unnecessary mental blocks. Speaking naturally removes fear.
So the secret is to let go of the native language filter.
Correct. English is meant to express ideas, not to be decoded word by word. Once you think in English, learning and speaking becomes much simpler.
Now a question for you.
Do you translate every sentence from your native language before speaking English? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom think on your feet.
It means to respond quickly without preparing. Example sentence: thinking directly in English helps learners think on their feet.
Emma, what is the fifth reason we make English harder than it is?
The fifth reason is the fear of making mistakes. Many learners hesitate to speak because they are scared of saying something wrong. They think mistakes will make them look unintelligent or embarrassed.
So this fear stops them from practicing English at all.
Exactly. Mistakes are a natural part of learning any language. Without mistakes, improvement is impossible. When learners avoid speaking, they create a mental block and feel that English is difficult.
So avoiding mistakes actually makes the language harder.
Yes. The goal is communication, not perfection. Making mistakes while speaking helps the brain learn patterns and correct errors naturally.
That makes sense? Confidence grows when we accept mistakes as learning opportunities.
Correct. The more you speak without fear, the easier English becomes. Small mistakes today lead to fluency tomorrow.
So the secret is to speak bravely, even if it's imperfect.
Absolutely. Overcoming fear simplifies English and makes learning enjoyable.
Now a question for you.
Are you afraid of making mistakes while speaking English? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
It means if you don't try, you will not improve. Example sentence. Speaking English despite mistakes proves that nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Emma, what is the sixth reason we make English harder than it is?
The sixth reason is trying to sound like a native speaker. Many learners focus too much on accents, pronunciation, and slang. They think speaking like a native will make them fluent instantly.
But that seems stressful.
Exactly. Trying to copy a native accent creates unnecessary pressure and hesitation. Learners often pause, overthink, and feel frustrated.
So focusing on sounding perfect makes simple English complicated.
Yes. Fluency is about expressing ideas clearly, not mimicking accents. Even native speakers make mistakes and use simple words in daily life.
That's true. Simple and confident speaking matters more than perfect pronunciation.
Correct. By trying to sound like a native, learners block natural expression. Speaking comfortably in your own voice is much easier and effective.
So the focus should be communication, not imitation.
Absolutely. Confidence grows when learners speak naturally and consistently. Remember, fluency comes from practice, not perfection.
So simplicity and self-acceptance make English easier to learn. Now a question for you.
Do you try to copy native speakers and feel stressed while speaking English? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom be yourself.
It means speak naturally in your own way without copying others. Example sentence. Speaking English confidently means being yourself, not a native speaker.
Emma, what is the seventh reason we make English harder than it is?
The seventh reason is overcomplicating sentences. Many learners try to use long words and complex sentence structures. They believe that longer or fancier sentences make them sound smarter.
But that sounds stressful and confusing.
Exactly. Overcomplicating sentences slows down thinking and speaking. Learners may forget words, mix grammar, or get stuck mid-sentence.
So trying to sound advanced actually makes communication harder.
Yes. Simple sentences spoken clearly are more effective than complicated sentences that confuse the listener. Fluent speakers often use short, simple sentences to explain ideas.
That's true. Simplicity increases clarity and confidence.
Correct. Overcomplicated sentences also increase fear of making mistakes. Learners worry about grammar, word choice, and sentence flow all at once.
So the focus should be on expressing ideas simply.
Absolutely. Practicing short and clear sentences makes English feel easy and natural. Remember, communication is more important than impressing others with long words.
That's a practical approach for every learner. Now a question for you.
Do you try to make your English sentences too complicated? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom keep it simple.
It means don't make things unnecessarily complicated. Example sentence. When speaking English, keep it simple and clear.
Emma, what is the eighth reason we make English harder than it is?
The eighth reason is relying only on books and classes. Many learners believe that attending English classes or reading books is enough to become fluent. They study grammar, vocabulary, and exercises but rarely speak.
So they know rules but cannot use them in real life.
Exactly. Without practical usage, English feels abstract and difficult. Learners hesitate to speak in conversations because they are not used to real-life English.
So learning becomes theory, not practice.
Yes. Real improvement happens only when learners actively use English, speaking, writing, and listening daily. Using simple phrases in daily situations builds confidence and fluency.
That makes sense. Books teach knowledge, but practice builds skill.
Correct. Relying only on classes creates fear and mental blocks. Learners should combine study with speaking and listening in real-life situations.
So exposure is the key to making English easy now.
Absolutely. English becomes enjoyable and simple when learners actively use it, rather than just reading about it. Practice turns knowledge into natural ability.
A question for you.
Do you rely only on books and classes instead of practicing English daily? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom actions speak louder than words.
It means doing something is more effective than just talking about it. Example sentence. Speaking English daily proves that actions speak louder than words.
Emma, what is the 9th reason we make English harder than it is?
The 9th reason is waiting to be perfect before speaking. Many learners think they must know everything correctly before they talk. They wait for perfect grammar, perfect vocabulary, and perfect pronunciation.
So they keep delaying speaking.
Exactly. This waiting creates fear and hesitation. Learners miss opportunities to practice and gain confidence.
So aiming for perfection actually makes English feel harder.
Yes. Perfection is impossible in any language. Even native speakers make mistakes every day. The goal should be communication, not flawless speaking.
That's practical advice.
Speaking regularly, even imperfectly, improves skills faster than waiting. Daily practice builds confidence, vocabulary, and fluency naturally.
So the first step is more important than perfection.
Absolutely. Every small attempt reduces fear and makes English easier over time. Start speaking today with what you know, and improvement will follow.
That's a simple but powerful tip for every learner. Now a question for you.
Do you wait to be perfect before speaking English? Yes or no?
Emma used the idiom, "Don't wait for the perfect moment."
It means starting now is better than waiting forever. Example sentence. Speaking English today shows that you shouldn't wait for the perfect moment.
Emma, what is the 10th and final reason we make English harder than it is?
The 10th reason is overcomplicating learning methods. Many learners try too many strategies at once. They follow multiple books, apps, grammar exercises, videos, and techniques simultaneously.
That must be confusing.
Exactly. Instead of simplifying learning, they overwhelm themselves. This leads to frustration and slows progress.
So, trying too many methods makes English feel more difficult than it actually is.
Yes, English is easy when learning is simple and consistent. Choosing one or two strategies and practicing them regularly is far more effective.
So, consistency matters more than complexity.
Absolutely. Daily practice in a simple, organized way builds fluency faster than complicated routines. Overcomplicating learning creates unnecessary mental pressure and fear.
So the key is to keep learning methods easy and practical.
Yes. Simple, steady, and focused learning makes English enjoyable and manageable. Remember, English is naturally easy. We only make it difficult ourselves.
Now a question for you.
Do you make your English learning too complicated instead of keeping it simple?
Emma used the idiom, "Keep it simple."
Yes or no, it means don't make things unnecessarily complicated. Example sentence. Learning English is easier when you keep it simple.
So today, we explored 10 common reasons why we make English harder than it actually is. From overthinking sentences to overcomplicating learning methods, we saw how our mindset and habits add unnecessary difficulty.
Yes, Alex, the good news is that English is naturally easy. It becomes simple when we focus on practical usage, daily practice, and confidence. Mistakes, simple sentences, and gradual learning are all part of the journey.
Absolutely. Consistency and simplicity matter more than perfection or complicated methods.
Speaking a little every day, thinking in English, and keeping methods simple makes the language enjoyable.
Remember, English is meant for communication, not stress.
Exactly. Start now, speak naturally, and don't overthink.
Thank you for watching and learning with us today.
Keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy English every day.